Hi everyone, it's Nikki and thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. As promised, this is going to be a year in review 2014 best of a beauty video, and the focus on this video is going to be cosmetics. So we are going to talk about all of my favorite products that I used during the month of 2014. Now, disclaimer, there may be some items that appeared in my November or December favorites video that do not make this particular video, and that is because I did not use them for the majority of the year. So if there's some products that I talked about in December, since I didn't use them for the majority of the year, I didn't feel that it was fair to include them. This video just has all my favorite products that I reached for again and again and again in 2014. So that being said, let's jump in and see what we have. I'm gonna kind of go in order of how you put on a face. So the first product that was my favorite by far, hands down, in 2014 is the Benefit Porefessional Makeup Primer. This is wonderful. It is just a little primer. It's got kind of a minty fresh smell. It is a color. It does have a little color. There's a little bit of color correcting that it does. And here it is. As you can see, it's got just a little bit, a light color, but it smooths over imperfections and pores like a dream, so that once you put your makeup on, it's got a wonderful, beautiful canvas that, oh, it smells good too. It's got a great canvas, so your makeup will just blend in perfectly and it will stay longer, because that's one of the things that a makeup primer does. So I love that. And I have tried to cheat on it before, but I always come back to the Benefit Porefessional Primer. Love, love, love. Then let's talk about the next step. This is hands down my favorite foundation. It is the Laurent Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. This is in the color Rose Ivory. I have used this particular foundation for about 4 years now. I have tried to cheat on it. I have tried the YSL. I've tried the Clé de Peau one. I just tried the Perricone MD No Foundation foundation. I've tried the Hourglass. I always come back to this one. It is a lightweight coverage. It looks like your skin. I want to say, well, it's probably light to medium coverage. It does cover up imperfections, but it still lets your skin shine through. It feels like you're not wearing anything. It's miraculous. If you haven't tried it, go ask for a sample, because I think you will be hooked. It's beautiful. Won't be without that. The next thing that I use is eye concealers. And I have what I call the dynamic duo of concealers. I am of Norwegian descent, so I have fair skin and dark circles under the eyes. Not a pretty combination. On top of that, I'm 45 years old, so I've got nice little fine lines and wrinkles. So I really have to be careful what I use. If it's too thick, it will accentuate those fine lines and wrinkles and really get cakey under there. So what I use is a combo platter. I use the Yves Pearl Concealer and Treatment. It's the Salmon Concealer and Treatment, and I use the color Fair. And it is a very, very creamy, I can't even tell you how creamy this concealer is. I'm gonna show you on my wrist here, or on my hand. It is, you can see the salmony color, and it is so creamy. It sinks in like a dream, and it does not cake. The salmon color counteracts the darkness. Then I go on top with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is a phenomenal concealer. Now, one thing, I do notice that if I get it up close to the under eye, it will cause some of those fine lines and wrinkles to cake and crease a little bit. So, how I use this is I dot it in basically a V under my eye, really making sure I stay where kind of the darkness is, but not right under, just a V. So then I can tap, tap, tap and kind of blend it in and really push it into the skin so it sinks into the skin, but it's not right up under there where all the fine lines and wrinkles are. It works wonderfully. I have the color Light 2, which is vanilla, and I want to say this is the lightest shade they have. I'm going to show you real quick. There's what it looks. It's got just a basic doe foot applicator, and you can see right there, I'm going to rub that in a little. It is a light, creamy consistency, and you can kind of see how it is a nice light color and really tends to catch the light and illuminate the area under your eyes. So I love that. Together, they are my dynamic duo. I love them to pieces. So that's what I use. Those were definitely my favorite concealers of 2014. Now, my favorite setting powder of 2014 is the Laurent Mercier Loose Setting Powder in the color Translucent. This is basically no color, but once I put my foundation and my concealer on, I will take a buffing brush, I will dip it in to this light powder. I'll usually shake a little bit into the lid, and I will buff it with that brush into my face. It not only sets my makeup, but it gives a nice translucent finish. So this is definitely my favorite setting powder. It's been a favorite of mine. I've been using this for about 3 years now. Love it. Okay, the next step would be my contour. I don't really bronze. You know, that just doesn't really work for me. I'm never gonna be that beautiful tanned goddess. I'm more like a Nordic elf, so I don't bronze. I use bronzing powders and contours for contouring. This is the Nars Laguna, and it is the perfect color for contouring. It's not too shimmery. You can see there's a little bit of shimmer, but not much. I'm gonna show you the color here. Here it is on my finger, you can see, and it is a very nice light contour. I use that, I take my contour brush, and I use that just in the hollows of my cheeks. And then on some days, especially in the summer, I might buff some up on my forehead just to warm things up a little bit. I may even take it down my nose where the sun would hit, but primarily I'm using that as a contour. The Nars Laguna is a perfect color for fair skin gals. I think if you had darker skin, you could definitely build it up more, but for us fair skin gals, it's perfect. Let's talk about blush. This is by far my favorite blush for 2014, and it is a creamy blush. It's a stick blush. It is the Laurent Mercier Stick Face Color in Peach Glow, and it is wonderful. It gives you a very creamy, literally a glow, a lit from within glow. Here's the color, I'll show you up close. It's just lovely. And now I'm gonna put it on my I'm gonna put it on my hand here, and I'm gonna rub that in so you can kind of see. Look at that beautiful kind of flush glow you get. Just absolutely lovely. A very natural look. It doesn't get cakey or powdery because it is a cream product, so if you have aging skin, it is the perfect option for you. Then, if I want a little bit more color, I will go in with my favorite powder blush of 2014, which was the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Blissful. Another gorgeous color. Look at this. Isn't that lovely? I'm gonna swatch it for you here. There it is on my finger, don't get scared. And as you can see, again, it's another beautiful, natural, flush blush color. Because it's such a natural blush color, it really does work all year long. Just a beautiful, flattering color. And I will layer it, if I want more color, on top of the Laurent Mercier blush. Then we're going to talk highlighter slash kind of overall dusting powder. And it is by far the Meteorites. This is what I used in 2014. I absolutely fell in love with it. This is in number 2 Clair, and it is the more silvery color, but see those little balls of goodness? Yeah. What you do is you take your brush and you swish it around in there, and your glimmer balls, your shimmer balls, and you just lightly dust this on your face. I pay specific attention to the cheekbones and anywhere that I really want to get a nice natural glow, and it is perfect. I swear it tends to diffuse the fine lines and wrinkles. I don't know how it does it, but those balls are just filled with magic, and it diffuses a lot of your imperfections. So, oh my goodness, the Guerlain Meteorites, again, that's number 2 Clair, is my favorite kind of highlighter slash finishing powder. I don't know if you're picking up, if you can see that in the camera, but it just does a lovely job of highlighting certain areas that you want highlighted. All right, the next step, kind of going in order, would be my favorite eye primer. Definitely the one that I used in 2014 every single day was the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And this is in, of course, Painterly. It's a very natural nude color. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that for you so you can see. I use it on my eyelids. Okay, here we go. Can you see that? It just takes any veininess out, counteracts any coloring that you have on your eyelids, and gives your eyeshadow a perfect canvas to play around on. And it's creamy, it doesn't crease. It also, it also helps to make your eyeshadow last all day long. So it's absolutely perfect. Okay, now I want to talk about an eye palette. I actually have two. I have a high-end and then I have a drugstore option. And these are the two that I used most in 2014. The first one is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This is the first one that came out. It is not the semi-sweet, it's just a regular chocolate bar palette. First, let's take a moment. It's made with real cocoa. All of these shadows are infused with cocoa powder, so it smells like chocolate heaven. Oh my gosh. So it's a total pleasure to put on in the morning. But aside from that, let me show you these colors. Hello, can you see that? Those are the most beautiful natural nude eye colors. I mean, there's a couple that have a little more oomph, but all of these shadows are extremely creamy. Even the shimmery ones are not too shimmery. They go on like an absolute dream. I'm gonna swatch these three right here in that middle row because that is what I use probably the most. Here they are on my fingers. And let's see. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. Really get them there so you can see. They are phenomenal, perfect for a naked eye. They're creamy, they're smooth, they buff in, they blend wonderfully, and they stay all day. So I don't know what could be better than that. That palette is what I took with me when I traveled. It's what I reached for almost every day. And it's just definitely worth the money. It's under $50. You can get it at Sephora, Ulta, at department stores, anywhere Too Faced products are sold, but you won't regret that one. It is wonderful. I use that more than my Urban Decay Naked palettes. It is just my all-time favorite. The next thing that I want to talk about is a drugstore option. And I used this a lot as well in 2014. And this is the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells palette. I want to say this was under $3. It might be $1.99 or $2.99. And it is also a phenomenal product. You can get it at the drugstore. It's 3 colors. It's a no-brainer. You have the light color here for your brow bone. You've got your darker crease color. And then you have this beautiful, beautiful pink color for your eyelid. And I'm gonna show you those colors up close. Total no-brainer. If you don't know how to do a natural smoky eye, pick this up. Follow the little directions with the lighter one on your brow bone, the pinky color on your lid, and then your crease color, and you can't go wrong. These are a little shimmery, so you do have to be careful, but they're absolutely beautiful, and they're creamy, and for a drugstore option, you can't go wrong. I'm gonna show you the colors here. They're on my fingers. And then let me swatch them here. Look at this. Do you see that? Again, it's the Walking on Eggshells palette. It's under $5 and you can't go wrong. If you want a surefire, wham bam, thank you ma'am, quickie eye, definitely pick up that palette. I will choose that oftentimes over my high-end palettes. If I'm in a hurry, if I just want something that I know is gonna work, that's the one I choose. So I think you'll really enjoy that. Okay, the next product that I wanna talk about is what I use for my brows. I have white hair. This is my natural color. My hair is white everywhere, which means that my eyelashes are white, my eyebrows are basically white. They're actually a little darker, but it's pretty much just white or clear. If I don't have my makeup on, you can't tell that I have eyebrows, and that's a freaky looking thing. So I use this particular product. I've been using it for about 4 years. It's always my favorite. I've cheated and tried some other brow products, but I always come back to this, and it is the Lancome Brow Pencil Le Crayon Poudre, and it is in Natural Blonde, and I'm going to show you here. It's got the dual end, it's got the little spoolie there, and then it's got the crayon there that you just sharpen. And I'm going to show you the color that it does. A beautiful blonde brow, and you can smudge it a little bit, but once it sets, it pretty much stays all day. And I just draw in my brows. Yeah, I have to. The hairs are there, but you just can't see them. So I color them in, then I brush them with this brow, and then that's it. I don't use anything to make it stay. I just use this pencil, and it is a godsend. I don't know what I'd do without it. And this is, like I said, it is the Lancome Le Crayon Poudre Natural Blonde Brow Pencil. And then I want to talk about my favorite mascara, and it is without a doubt the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. I don't believe in buying high-end mascaras, although I have bought some. I use them occasionally, but I always go back to this, and it is, like I said, it's a drugstore mascara. It's definitely under $10. I think it's about $5, and it's wonderful. It says it's a volumizing mascara. It's got just a regular, it's not too wet, it's not too thick. It's a perfect formulation. It's got just a regular spoolie there, but it does an amazing job again and again and again. And I have the color 301 Black. I can't say enough good things about this. They just knocked it out of the park. So thank you so much, Jordana. And now we are to lip products. So let's talk about lips, baby. Let's talk about you and me. All right, let's jump in. Probably my absolute favorite lipstick that I own is the YSL Rouge Volupte. I know it's not cheap, but it's worth it. It really is. This is in 30, number 30, and I don't know the color because they never put the colors. They just have the numbers, but it is the most beautiful nude lip. I'm wearing it today. I'm gonna show you, well, aside from the fact that, just look at the packaging, to die for, right? It's substantial, it feels good. You kind of feel like a movie star when you pull that out and start using it. But the color is beautiful. I'm gonna swatch it right here, and you can kind of see that it is just the most gorgeous peachy nude lip. The formula is to die for, of course, and it's probably my favorite lipstick of all time. Definitely one that I used a lot in 2014, more than anything else I'd say. But I do have some special honorable mentions that I want to go into. The first one is, I discovered this fairly later in the year, but I'm going to include it because I've been using it for about 5 months, almost 6 months. And it is the Maybelline Color Sensational, let's see, matte lip color in Daringly Nude 655. I'm a nude girl. These ones came out in the fall, early fall. Beautiful, beautiful color. Like I said, I'm a nude lip girl, so I almost always use nude lips. But let me swatch it here for you, and you can see how beautiful it is. It is a matte lip, so it's a little drier than, for say, you know, the YSL one, but it is a beautiful, beautiful color. I've loved all the colors from the line. Some of them are just too bright or too dark for me because I'm a nude girl, but I've seen them on other people and they look beautiful. So that is definitely a favorite of mine. I want to say it is $6.99 or $7.99 at Target and Walmart. So this one is a much less pricier version than the YSL lipstick, and it's beautiful, especially if you're looking for a nude lip. I'm going to talk about one other that is an honorable mention that I use as well, and it is the Pixi Tinted Brilliance Balm, and it is wonderful. If you have not tried these, you should definitely pick some up. They are beautiful. The color selection is gorgeous. It's just one of those roll-up pencils. This is number 6, Baby Bear, and I'm going to show you right here. You're definitely going to sense a theme here. I like nude lips, and I cannot lie. But there it is, and it's a little deeper hue, a little more pinky, but it's absolutely beautiful. And this has a little shine built in, so you really don't need a gloss if you use this. So it's a lovely, lovely color. It's around, I want to say that's about $9.99. You can get the Pixi products at Target, and definitely check that out if you haven't. Then I'm going to go over gloss, and I have two glosses here. I have a higher end and then an honorable mention. The higher end gloss this is actually one of my sample sizes, but it's a beautiful color. It's the Buxom lip gloss in Bunny, this particular color, and I absolutely love it. I'm wearing it today. I'm going to show you that, like I said, they have the full size of this Buxom lip gloss. It's a beautiful formulation. It's supposed to plump the lips. It smells kind of like a vanilla mint color, vanilla mint flavor. It's beautiful. And no surprise here, it's a nude lip color. Absolutely gorgeous. It just feels good. It's not too sticky. It's not too liquidy. And Buxom makes a hell of a good lip gloss. So definitely check that out. My other one is an honorable mention, and it's from a brand that doesn't get a lot of love, at least that I've seen here on YouTube, and it's from Flower Cosmetics. This is the Drew Barrymore line, and this is the lip gloss it's her Shine On lip gloss in LG2. It doesn't have a color, but I believe it's the lightest pinky color, and it reminds me a lot of, the Buxom has a gloss called White Russian, and it's beautiful. It's another one of my favorites. It's in my car floating around somewhere, but this is very similar to that. It's one of those milky, pinky nudes. I'm gonna put it right there so you can see on top of the other one. Beautiful, beautiful color. It's right there. Absolutely stunning. It doesn't have much of a scent, maybe a tiny, tiny bit of a floral scent, but again, it's a wonderful formula. It's not sticky, and it feels good on the lips. It doesn't stay as long as like the Buxom ones, but it stays a good 4 or 5 hours. So, you know, I don't mind applying it, especially when you think this one is around $5.99 at where flower products are sold, which are only at Walmart. So you have to make the trip to Walmart. I know, so shoot me. But it's well worth it. I think you'll really like this. And while you're there, pick out some of the other flower products to try. They are not tested on animals. The colors are beautiful. The formulas are wonderful. And you're not going to be out more than, you know, $5 or $6. So I encourage you to try that, definitely. My last product that I want to talk about that was a favorite for me in 2014 is the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. This is my finishing spray. When I'm all done with my makeup, if I'm getting a powdery look, I will take a few sprays of this and instantly be transported to like a European spa because it smells amazing and it does a phenomenal job. That's what it looks like. It does a phenomenal job of just blending all my makeup together for a nice seamless finish. So that was definitely a favorite of mine. I tried to break up with it because it's not cheap and it is just water, although it's magic water. I always keep coming back to it, and it definitely was a favorite of mine. So there you have it. Those are my favorites of 2014, my cosmetic favorites. I hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to know what you think about these products, and I'd also love to hear what your favorites are. So definitely comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, because every time you like this video, an angel gets its wings. Seriously, I bet you didn't know that, but it's true. Stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to do the best of beauty. We're going to do some body care and hair care favorites, maybe a couple lifestyle favorites. Definitely stay tuned, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.